band's got to go out there and just grab it by the balls, you know what I mean? We're that band. Yeah, we just started off at a youth club, started playing, and then it went from us going around to Chris's mum and dad's house. And I remember his mum used to be over in the front room, and we used to have a microphone hanging from the lampshade in the front room, and we were standing there playing, and you know, it was that's how we started off, like, yeah.
It's always been me and Dave, and it comes to the point where we said, well, let's set up a fresh band now, you know, get some new members in, and then that was it basically. I mean, me and Dave were sort of like the founding members.
10 years old when I started playing guitar. I was at my uncle's house, staying over at my uncle's, and he's a massive Dubliners fan, and he put a Dubliners track on. Just like a silly old acoustic guitar in the back, and he had an acoustic guitar in the corner, and I picked it up for a laugh, and I started just strumming it, and he said, would you like to learn? I went, yeah, and he sent me to a teacher, and from there, from day one, I knew this is something I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
I got into music and drumming really, embarrassingly through my mum's old Barry Manilow records. When my mum was sort of trying to do stuff around the house, she sit me in front of the telly and put Barry Manilow videos on, his live concerts, and I used to sit there and arrange all the cushions and bash all the cushions. I was fascinated by the big massive drum kit that his drummer had.
I was born there. I've been there like 60 years. So.
And it was you who came up with the name, really,
yeah,
wasn't it?
we come up, well, between us really, didn't we? Come up with the name Manor Place.
I think it was Chris's dad who turned around and said, why don't you call yourselves Manor Place?
Yeah.
And we all said, that's a great name, Till. Why don't we think of that?
And we did.
And we did. I mean, we just forgot about it.
It's different. But not that, it comes with its own branded logo.
Thank you, Southwark Council.
Yeah. We'll put it this way, if we do seriously make it, it's going to cost us a fortune to replace it inside, isn't it? Seriously.
It was like the Beastie Boys.
They're being fucking painted on it, nicking the brickwork out.
So the Beastie Boys used to nick all the VW signs off the cars. Yeah, we see people wearing Manor Place road signs.
I'll start with Dave. I've known Dave the longest. Dave, in my words of Dave's like a roller coaster. Dave, when he's up and he's up high. He's brilliant. He's a great person to be around. But when he's at his lows, Jesus Christ, he's a mad one, mate. He does flip.
Dave, I suppose, is a whole episode of Only Fools and Horses rolled into one, really. There's a bit of Del Boy in him. There's a bit of Rodney in him. A bit of Mickey Pearce in him. A bit of Boise in him. Massive amount of Trigger in him.
Chris is a sensible one at the band. Very lot of deep thoughts that go into the songs with Chris. He'll stop you and go, no, hold up, let's try this, try that, try this. He puts a hell of a lot of detail in it. He hears harmonies, he hears strings, he's always hearing stuff.
Grant's like, he likes taking control. Good guy, I love Grant's bits, mate. He's really good. He's got a good head on him as well. I'd see him as like the senior member of the band, if you know what I mean. Not just for age, Grant, don't hate me.
You got Adam, probably the worst dressed bloke I've ever seen in a band, bless him, but he's a bit of a ladies' man, housewife's favourite, we call him. He's the laid back one. He'll come up with guitar licks like I've never heard, do you know what I mean? Chris will play him his melody and hum it, and Adam will just come up with something and you think, bloody hell, where did that come from?
Yeah. Sleepy, Dopey.
Have they got a fatty?
See, I don't see this. They call me. I must have a fairground mirror at home because when I look in the mirror, I think, hey, you look alright. I come in now.
It's up to mirror your eyesight.
Yeah.
The camera had £10. We've got 10 cameras on Grant.
So, what are you listening to at the moment?
Well, I'm listening to this. They'll call me fat. I suppose it's like a trifle, really, isn't it? You know, you got your solid base at the bottom. Then you've got your kind of fruit and your jelly that not always everyone likes, you know, but it's there anyway. But then as you progress, you move on to the custard that everyone likes, and then the cream. You've got cream on top and cream rises. So being in the band is like being in a trifle, I suppose.
It's like being married to 3 other people, man. It can be really hard work.
Terry, like me and Terry were friends, and like Terry said, when the band was getting back together, give Adam a shout, and that's how like Adam got into the band.
My dad knew sort of like Adam's dad, and he said, like, my boy's really keen on playing and doing stuff. Would you give him a shot, lads? And we said, yeah, why not send him down? And he was still at uni at the time, like he was only fresh-faced, quite young.
Because Adam's a bit more down the heavy road, did he? You know what I mean? Which is good, yeah, because we're not. I don't know of a band that's like us.
In my opinion, lead guitar in a band is the coolest. If you look like you're enjoying yourself, everyone's going to enjoy themselves. And you've got to be moving, you've got to get on your knees, you've got to do all that crazy stuff, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be like, oh, he's a David Gilmour like guitarist or this, you know what I mean? I want to be an Adam Harwood guitarist, you know?
Are you still slightly troubled by Adam's choice of clothes?
Don't get me wrong, I mean the other thing as well, I've got a very modish look, but I'm not as heavily into mod as what Dave and Grant is. I'm more in the favour of the icon itself, you know, the way that they're very smartly dressed, the suits and the clobber and stuff like that. So yeah, we're trying to push it onto him, but same again, if it is like 3 mods and a rocker. I mean, when we first joined the band, he had hair down to here, like right down to there it was, big long wavy black hair.
We didn't want to film the video just be a band, you know, standing there miming to the song, you know, and we ain't the best looking 4 blokes you'll ever see, to be honest, so we didn't really want to sort of stand there for 3.5 minutes and just mime to the song, and I've always liked videos with a bit of a storyline.
Well, this is always going to be debated, I think, but I'm sure Grant will say it was his idea. But I think it was myself, and I had this idea about the kids. You know, when you was kids and you'd play football over the park, and you'd have the 2 captains going, you know, I'll have you, I'll have you, I'll have you. And it was always the less popular kids, or the kids that weren't good at football, that was the last ones being picked. And I thought that would be a great start to a video, because then you obviously see the video and you think, right, well, we have been picked as kids, so we're crap at football, so we're going to do something else with our life. So we're going to go, you know, start a band up.
My job was just to kind of reassure him, you know, don't worry, son. Everything's going to be all right in the future. You know, he's kind of got to that age. So I thought, yeah, just give him a guitar, give him a go with that, show him a few chords, and he's away.
I'm playing the manager of the band, from the young guys, teenage years, and then up to when they actually make it at the 100 Club. And that was a fun role, because I had to wear a big manager's coat, as you'll see, Ron Atkinson coat, as I call it.
And then obviously the elements show that it goes through the years as us being kids, you know, starting off, and then slightly older, you know, like going through your teenage spotty phase and all that, like, whatever. And then as we are, as modern day now, you know, as adults, still doing it, like, you know what I mean?
Mine was Perfect Day. The charity...
Was it?
What, Lou Reed, Perfect Day?
No, not Lou Reed, I'm talking about the children in need.
Oh, was it?
Mate, you don't want to know what mine is. I told him earlier.
What was it?
Mine was New Kids on the Block.
You think that's bad?
Hanging tough, mate. Yeah. Well,
I thought mine was bad.
New Kids on the Block.
What's yours? Go on.
Mine was Frankie. Do you remember
That's
me?
not too bad. New Kids on the Block.
I'll tell you what mine was, then, shall I? Mine was Cliff Richard.
That's bad. I thought mine was the bad one, man. This is terrible.
You got the middle Richard.
How can he say New Kids on the Block and get away with it?
No, he's not got away with it.
Cliff Richard.
I'm not there. You're all down.
Mine was Cliff Richard. It's so funny, we don't talk anymore.
It's so
I
funny.
didn't realise it was Cliff Richard.
Why we don't talk anymore. See,